Hey everybody, I'm Evan.
And I'm Missy.
And today we are going to go through our top 10 games on our shelf of shame. Is that what we call it? The shelf of shame?
It's not an opportunity.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's shame.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can live with a little bit of shame, I think.
Okay.
However, I think that list has gotten rather long over the years.
It has.
So some of these games that we're going to go over have been on this list for quite a long time.
They have.
So how did we pick these games?
Well, we just went through and picked 5 each of games we want to play but never have.
I was going to say we had a complex scientific formula, which basically just involved looking at our shelves and deciding, oh, there's a game we haven't played, and it's been sitting there for a long time.
It's true, too.
Yeah. Well, I guess without further ado, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. So our number 10 is a game called, it's called Tangleweed, I think. So if you look at the box cover, it's all in Japanese. If I use Google Translate, it's called Tangle Weaver.
Okay.
And then with the subtitle of Seeds That Grow Through the Greenery, or possibly Seeds That Are Born Through the Greenery.
Okay.
So I don't know why it's called Tangleweed and not Tumbleweed, because it's about tumbleweed farming. It's a game that came out in 2020. I think we've probably had it on our shelf since 2020.
No, probably.
This is a game that is not in English. However, there is an English rules, and I've printed out those rules, and I've looked at those rules, but we've just never actually ended up playing it, right?
Right.
It's 2 to 4 players, 60 minutes. It's kind of like a tumbleweed farming game, right? So like, you're growing tumbleweeds and selling them, and I suppose it's like a economic sort of game. There's never been a single play of it on Board Game Geek, so there's no registered plays of this game.
Not one.
And
we could.
We would be the first. So the reason I have this on this list is because it has a unique component, and it's right here to show off. Actually here. So the box is kind of a thin box, but if you notice, it doesn't close very well. Mm-mm. And the reason is, inside there is a gigantic bag of, what do you call them?
It looks like felt.
Yeah, they're like
little felt balls.
Yeah, like little felt balls, and I assume these are supposed to be the tumbleweeds. But
in player color.
This is like half of the box right here. So, looks fun.
It's very interesting anyway.
Yeah, right. At least unique, and I believe there's tile laying, so you're like laying down tiles and it's growing tumbleweeds and something like that. So, that's our number 10, probably called Tangleweed.
Probably.
Okay.
So our number 9 is Steven Universe Beach-a-Palooza, the card battling game.
That's the full title, right?
That is the full title. I kickstarted it in 2020, it released in 2020 anyway. I'm not sure if I got it then. It was up on Cryptozoic Kickstarter, and I'm like, I need to put in for this. I don't back many Kickstarters myself.
No.
It's by Erica Buyaris and Andrew Wolf, and it is 2 to 6 players and should play in about an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know much about it at all. I mean, I love Steven Universe. I love the cartoon.
Yeah, I've never seen the cartoon once, so I don't know. I know even little about it than you.
Yeah, the kids like the cartoon too. I don't think they've watched as much as I have, but
no, probably not.
So is from what I can gather, there's a band, and it's like possibly a battle of the bands, but not a battle of the bands.
So you don't think you're all in separate bands battling for like who gets to play the beach party? Because
I don't know. You're playing the beach party, but people are like crashing the party.
Okay.
And I don't know if the other people are the crashers, or if they're part of the band, or if they have their own band, or I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
There's some battling going on. That's about as much as I can get.
All right. Yeah, but it's primarily just a card game, correct?
I believe so.
But in a medium-sized box, right? Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Right. All right. All right. Anything else about that one? Because I don't have a lot to say about Steven Universe.
No. I mean, I guess I like that it's a battle of the bands as part of the show.
Okay.
You know, he's played in bands many times. His dad was a musician. And then there's lots of music. This, you know, that's a very musical cartoon. So, and that's one thing I like about it, even though, you know, you don't want me singing while we're playing.
Yeah. I guess I can't avoid that.
Maybe not.
Okay. All right. Well, that's our number 9. What's the title of it again?
Steven Universe Beach-a-Palooza battling card game.
Yeah. All right. So.
Or card battling game. One of those two.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So our number 8 is, you know, I don't know how to pronounce this. It is Fierabend.
Yeah.
Fierabend. Okay. So we've been collecting a number of Friedman Freeze games recently, and this is the one that's been on the shelf the longest.
Yeah.
It came out in 2020. So that's like 3 games in a row. I don't know that I got it in 2020 though.
No.
It supposedly plays 1 to 6 players, 45 to 75 minutes. It's a worker placement game, but they call it an after work placement game. So, from what I understand, like you have to like get the most out of your time off. As in, like, you have to work, but then you have to, like, go on vacation to, like, lower your stress level so that you're not just working all the time.
Okay.
But, like, I think in order to, like, afford to take, like, vacations, you still do have to work, which then would, like, raise your stress level. So, like, so there's a balance, right, between working too much and vacationing too much, or not being able to afford vacationing too much. That is the theme of this game.
That reminds me of that other little card game, the Japanese card game, the 5 one. Shoot, what is the name?
I don't know. I'm gonna say the title does translate, I believe, into quitting time, but since it's a Friedman Freeze game,
it's start with an F.
I think it's finishing time is usually how it's referred to.
I see.
Yeah, so that's about all I know about that game. Like I said, we've had a number of these Friedman Freeze games, and you know what? I think we need to start knocking some of them off. So that is my number 8. Our number 8. Fierabend.
It's 5 p.m. is what I was thinking.
Oh, yes. Okay, sure. Yep.
Because then that's also off work and
Correct.
going home.
Yep.
So our number 7 is Prodigals Club, and that came out in 2015.
Ooh, yeah, but we haven't had it that long.
No, we got it at it's a used copy. We got it at a sale. It's 2 to 5 players, and it should take about an hour. It is the sequel to Last Will. And in Last Will, you're trying to lose all your money. In this one, you're trying to offend people? I'm not sure why.
So this is basically like, okay, so if Last Will is losing all of your money.
Yeah.
This one I think has 3 different things you have to do. So they tripled it.
Yeah, you can do 2 of them or all 3 in succession or something like that.
I'm not sure how it works.
I'm not positive either, but it's either lose an election.
Yeah. Which I think is part of the offending people part.
Well, also,
so
but no, it's because you lose your reputation too. Is one of them.
Okay, so maybe it's all tied together then, because I know like you don't want people voting for you, so you got to act a little crazy and offend people.
Right. And I don't remember what the third one is, but it was losing your reputation was part of it.
Okay, yeah, I'm not 100% sure either.
I'm not. Maybe it's losing your job, but I don't remember either.
Well, yeah, which is weird because that's also part of Last Will, the expansion.
Yeah, the part of the expansion to that, but maybe it came from Prodigals Club.
But I also know, I don't know, because I know also you can put Last Will as a module in Prodigals Club, which I've told you should never do. Because that's basically combining 2 of the games together.
Right.
Do you know how this game is played? Is it played like Last Will is played? Where you're like drafting cards and then like sending your workers out to get the cards.
I think it's very similar.
It probably is.
I know there was worker placement.
Okay, which is probably similar.
Yeah.
Where you're drafting action cards and then spending those actions to try to do all those things.
Right. To offend people.
Well, that sounds like a fun game, doesn't it? So I'm curious about this because I know Last Will is not always the game that clicks very well with you.
I don't know why you say that. I must have blocked it out because I enjoy the game.
Maybe, because I feel like I'm not the only one who said this in front of you.
I
so.
know you're not, but I can't figure out why.
Right, well,
and
so
I'm like, are you misremembering
No.
or am I?
it's not me. Okay.
But I have no ill will to last will.
Okay, well, okay. All right. So that is our number 7, right?
Yes. That is our number 7, Prodigal
Yes.
Stub.
Okay. So our number 6 is a game called El Gaucho. Okay, this is a game that came out in 2014.
Right.
However, we've only had it for a couple of years.
We got it at a sale.
Yeah,
A used copy.
that is correct. Like it was the flea market thing.
Yes, the geek sale.
It says 2 to 4 players, about 60 minutes. I believe there is dice drafting. I think this is also a worker placement sort of economic game where you are trying to like herd or raise cattle and sell them. This is a weird one because this is a game that I've always like had on my radar. Like I've always seen it. I think I like the way the art looks. I like the way like the game looks on the back of the box. But for whatever reason, I had never purchased it until I came across this used copy. And then I bought this used copy, and it's been sitting there. I know it has been suggested a couple of times at game night, but it's never like actually made it to the table.
I feel like you've put it on the table with other options, and it was not chosen.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
It does.
Yeah, so I don't, like I said, I don't know much about it. I think it's basically just herding cattle and selling them for the most money, and then you win the game.
Okay.
So. Yeah, I don't know what attracted me to this game, but it just...
For some reason, the side of the box reminds me of Riverboat, and I don't know.
Oh, it might be the same artist.
Maybe. Because I'm like, it reminds me of Riverboat, and we enjoy Riverboat.
Okay, I don't think it's the same type of game at all, but I think it possibly is the same artist.
Well, we haven't played it, so I wouldn't know.
Well, yeah, we don't. So, all right. Okay, yeah, so that's my number 6. Our number 6, El Gaucho.
Yes. So our number 5 is Mask of the Red Death, and that is a 2018 game that I also backed on Kickstarter and that we have never played.
Yeah.
So it has a large player count of 4 to 7, so
Yes.
that is one of the reasons that it has not made it to the table. It should take 60 to 90 minutes. And I really backed it for the Grizzly minis.
For the art, basically? Yeah, okay.
And I have painted those minis.
Yes.
It's ready to go.
Yes.
We've just never played it. And
No.
I know there was a box problem and IDW sent us a new box.
Yeah, so there was a little bit of a troubled history with the Kickstarter with damaged boxes, and there was a misprinted card or something too, right? Did they send a replacement for that?
I think so.
Or
I
like
think
a player board or something?
It was like they sent 2 of 1 or something.
Is that what it was? I don't remember.
Yeah. But it was an easy fix. But yeah, it's just I like the story. I think I had to read it in high school.
I don't know that I've ever read it.
You've never read
I don't
it?
think so.
So it has to do with colors and there's these fancy people at the masquerade ball.
Right.
And death is stalking them.
Right. So I believe it's some sort of a deduction game where you're trying to figure out where the Red Death either is or is going to be.
Well, you don't want to be in that room.
No, so I think you want to be avoiding it and possibly like getting other people to go. I'm not sure.
Yes, you want to survive. I know that
Yeah,
much. Because, you can't be the highest in society if you haven't survived. I know there's like card management. But other than that, I really don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool looking game.
Right. And somehow, with the Kickstarter version, it came with Edgar Allan Poe as an extra mini or character.
Like they needed another character, so
don't-
they put Edgar Allan Poe himself in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, strange, but okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is
Mask of the Red Death.
our number 5. Okay. So our number 4 is a game called, this is another one I'm going to have trouble with. I believe it's the Deo Cheng.
No,
I think it's Deo Cheng. Well, you should be able to see a picture of it right now. It's from Taiwan. It is a like historical market like market trading type game. This is the second edition. It came out in 2019. Plays 1 to 4 players, 45 to 60 minutes. I don't know anything about the first edition. I don't know when that one came out. Probably a few years earlier, right? But this version I think has better art. I think they streamlined some rules from what I understand. It takes place in 18th century Taiwan, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I think you're just trying to be a prestigious trader. So you're basically just, I think, I don't even know, like trading, buying and selling goods, which I think has been a theme for this list. And I did not do that intentionally, that these are all like economic trading, buying and selling type games. But I believe I got this from Taiwan Board Games, not in 2019, probably within the last like 2 or 3 years. So it hasn't been on the shelf of shame all that long in comparison. But I don't know. The art looks really cool. The components look cool. There's like little discs that are like the resources, and like the card art is really, really intriguing. So this is definitely one I've been looking forward to getting to the table. I don't know why it's taken so long. I feel like we got it around the same time we got Formosa Tea, and there might be some similarities between like the way the economy works. But I also could be very wrong because we have not played this.
No.
Do you have anything to say about Dadeo Cheng?
I don't remember it at all.
Cool. There is an unboxing on the channel, so if you want to watch that.
I've probably seen it,
I'm sure.
but I don't remember that game off the top of my head.
Okay, well, all right. So that's my number 4.
Okay.
Or number 4. I keep saying bye.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Hour.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So our number 3 is Grand Austria Hotel. That came out in 2015, and it plays 2 to 4 players in about 1 to 2 hours. Mm-hmm. We got it at a sale last year.
Yeah.
Was it the Black Friday sale?
Was it last year? No, I think it. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I just know it's a sealed copy, so it's not used.
Yep.
But I don't remember. We bought it because everyone always raves about it, and we've been wanting to play it.
Yes,
but we never have.
No.
We bought it, and it's still sitting there.
Yeah, in shrink, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops. I don't know much about the game other than people rave about it. I assume you're running a hotel.
Yeah, so you're running a hotel. It's like a dice placement game. I believe you do it through dice placement. I know a lot of people say that like the lower player counts are better because of the way like the snake. There's like some sort of a snake
draft
turn or turn order or something. So like the more players, the more downtime there is.
I see.
There was another game. I'm not gonna be able to think of it. There was another game that kind of did that where like every couple of rounds you'd be sitting there for a long time waiting for everyone to finish their turns because you were going first and last. But so I don't know if that's the issue. This may also be the same artist as El Gaucho and Riverboat, now that I think about it.
It does have a similarity.
Yeah, so, all right. What else you got there? Anything?
Why was I thinking that was Clemens France?
Well, see, it might be. All 3 of those games might be. They probably are.
Oh, maybe.
I know we should know this, but yeah. We don't.
No, I mean, yeah, I know there's expansions for it. We just have the base game.
Yes, and I've also heard that the expansions are not great.
Yeah, we'll just leave it to the base game once we actually do play it.
Yep, but I know this is a popular game, and a lot of people do like it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like one we've always had on our radar. Mm-hmm. But on the shelf for about a year, probably.
Yeah.
Ish. Okay, all right.
That's
Anything
our
else?
number 3.
Okay.
Grand Austria Hotel.
All right. So our number 2 is a game from 2015. I believe it was on a Kickstarter probably in 2015. I did not get it in 2015. I feel like after a couple of years, it was deep clearanced. This is a game called Bomarzo. Okay. 2 to 4 players, 45 to 60 minutes. And I believe this is a Euro-y, super Euro, where you're doing Euro-y things.
Well, it's a park or something.
Correct.
In
so
Italy?
Right. But I don't know how much that actually has to do with the game. I believe that's just the setting of the game. Yeah, so the park is actually called, I wrote it down, Parco di Mostri? Parco di Mostri.
Like monster?
I guess so, yes, which translates to Park of the Monsters. And and if you ever like Google pictures of this place, it's amazing looking. Like,
it looks cool.
Like these are a 16th century park that was made and with like really crazy like monster sculptures. I don't know that it's 100% clear why this park exists like this. And I think there are some theories. But it's a really unique place, like on Earth, I guess. I believe in this game, you are like, I don't know, I think you have to like use the park, like the spirits of the park to like help build the city or something. Like, I think, okay, so when I looked at it, I think you are there's like feudal lords, and you're a lesser lord, so you're using like, you're trying to appease the greater lords, and there might be a supernatural type element where you can use the influence of the monsters to help you build your city, I guess. But it's very Euro-y looking.
Okay, so does the theme actually matter then?
Probably not. It's probably the setting, but like I really enjoy the way this park looks. I've looked at a million pictures of it.
No, I agree. It looks really, really cool. And
yeah.
I wish that was part of our Italy tour when Grayson and I go later this year, but I don't think it's on the itinerary.
No, I don't know exactly even where in Italy this is. But yeah, so it's just one of those things that like we've had it on the shelf for quite a while actually, even though it may be not the most like thematic game that on this list, but maybe the least thematic game on this list. But again, I don't know. I don't even know if I've ever read these instructions.
Oops.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's our number 2. That is Bomarzo.
Bomarzo.
Yes.
All right. Our number 1 that we want to play, but we just haven't for some reason, is Obsession.
Yeah.
And we're obsessed with Obsession and not playing it.
Well, to be fair, okay, when did this game come out?
2018.
We have not had it. We've had it we've owned it in our collection under a year.
Yes, we got it at our local convention, Grand Con, last year.
Yep.
They had a booth, and we bought all of it.
Yeah, and
and
back to the new Kickstarter for the metal coins and the other expansion.
I didn't even know you did that.
Yeah. So I don't know when that's delivering. Probably this year sometime.
Right. It plays 1 to 4 players, and it should take 30 to 90 minutes. And you're renovating your mansion?
Yeah, like your estate, I think.
Yeah, estate. That's the word I was looking for. And you're Victorian gentry, and you're renovating your estate.
Right.
And that's about all I know.
I think you're trying to get good guests to come, like prestigious guests to come to your parties and have like a prestigious estate and that sort of thing.
I see.
I think it's a worker placement game. I'm not sure. Are you building the estate? Because I know there's a lot of like tiles and cards and okay.
I don't
know either.
I just know that people are obsessed with this game and they love it to death. And we're like, yeah, we got to play this, and it's here, and it's actually in print in front of us.
Right. It's like this is like the only game that this company puts out, and like they've made a whole whole thing about a whole like existence based on this one single game because
it's quite popular.
Yeah, people
and sought after.
People, and people really enjoy playing it, and people enjoy recommending to other people and that sort of thing. So, yeah, that's Obsession. Do you have anything else to say about Obsession?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, so I guess that wraps up our list. However, here at the end we have a special announcement, and that announcement is a new series.
Yes.
So. In conjunction with this video, we are going to be starting a review series. So,
what are we reviewing of it?
Guess what? We're going to be reviewing these 10 games.
Yeah.
So, in order to facilitate getting these games off of the Shelf of Shame list, well, we're going to start at number 10, and we're going to go through. We're going to play these games, focus on playing these games, and then we're going to do an official review for each one of these games. So, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, we're gonna get them off the Shelf of Shame. We're gonna get them played, and then we're gonna talk about them some more, and come back and tell you what we learned about the game, and how close we were to guessing how they play.
Yeah. Well, we never know. Yeah. All right. Well. So stay tuned for that. It's not going to have any sort of regular schedule because nothing we do ever does.
No.
But yeah. So if you keep an eye out, you will see reviews for all 10 of these games.
Eventually.
Hopefully sooner than later, because this kind of gives us some motivation to, to go forward with this. So, all right. Well, is there anything else we wanted to say today?
I can't think of any.
Okay, well, I think if this goes over well, then, we will continue.
We'll do another 10. We have more. We have more games to play.
The next 10 games, there might even be some additions in that time. So, all right. Well, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this list. We enjoyed talking about these games that we don't know anything about. And, I guess we will see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.